dining, many people still think that we're in the mindset of bigger the better, more value for your money, and can I get that supersize, please? But we're starting to see a new trend now. Restaurants and coffee shops and cafes are all starting to offer cute little perfectly portioned treats. And so today I'm going to show you how to make a chocolate peanut butter trifle using healthy natural ingredients so you can have a sweet treat and not worry about it. You can take your coconut and just toast it in the oven at about 350 degrees for just a few minutes. So if you're anything like my mother and you can't keep an eye on the oven to save your life, you'll skip this step and keep your coconut raw. But the coconut looks great and it tastes much better toasted, so put it in the oven just for a few minutes. And if you know Chef Tom, he would recommend golden brown like Mariah Carey. You don't want chocolate chunks on our dessert, golden brown. So that'll be a topping for later. So we'll start with the base, which I use 3 avocados. You can take off the peel and the seed. And I put mine in the blender. You can use a food processor, electric mixer, hands and toes, whatever gets it creamy smooth. It's up to you. So I use 3 avocados and then a half of a cup of cocoa and 2 tablespoons of coconut milk and a half of a cup of agave. There. So after mixing for just a few minutes, it'll be a nice, smooth, and creamy texture. It'll be really hard to convince your guests to try your newest healthy recipe if it looks lumpy. So have it nice and creamy. And you can stick that in the fridge while we work on the next layer, and it'll help thicken it up a little bit, but you don't have to. And so the next layer will be our peanut butter layer. So use a half a cup of peanut butter. And a quarter of a cup of agave, again for a sweetener. And a quarter cup of coconut milk. And about a teaspoon of cinnamon, which will add a nice flavor. And stir it up so that it kind of has the same consistency as the other one. So when you first start mixing it, it might look like you added too much coconut milk. It'll seem a little bit watery, but as you begin to stir it, it'll really start to thicken up really nice. And I like using a creamy peanut butter, so it kind of stays consistent with the whole recipe. It'll stay really nice and creamy. So the next layer. And if you want, you can keep layering them back and forth so that they make a really pretty design if you want to get creative. And then this recipe can be made vegan. You can leave it just like that. You can add berries or nuts, whatever you want on top. For this presentation, I'm going to add a little bit of whipped cream because it just kind of fills it in nicely and gives a really pretty presentation. So shake it up. And we'll add some whipped cream on each. And then you'll take your toasted coconut, beautiful golden brown, add it to each. And this recipe is also gluten-free, so it goes with a great wide variety of diets. So you'll have your nice little party platter. So next time you need a dessert to try or make, I hope you'll consider making this chocolate peanut butter trifle so you can stay health conscious while you enjoy your sweet treats.